Okay, so this video is going to be mostly review as we add some more CSS to our style page. So we left off on our last video here where you added a Google font to your website and you had 3 selectors. Now I'm going to show you another screen, which is one of my other projects that I've been working on in one of my other class periods, so that I can pull up the CSS that you're going to do today and what your website's going to look like. So we said we left off after the font family in the H1. We then added a text shadow, and so these numbers are important to add that shadow behind. If I deleted this line, just so you can see my text shadow, copy, delete, you can see without my background how there is now a shadow behind my numbers. Okay, easier to see without the raccoon background behind there. I can open up another project as well to show you what that looks like. If that was hard to see, I'll open my Fennec Foxes one. This one's a little easier to see because the background's not as blurry. You can see that there is a shadow within the font. And to create that, we use text shadow, and you lay out the numbers that are right here. You're then going to add a div centered to center your div, which centers the image. For the image tag, you're going to go ahead and add these selectors. Make sure you're adding a width of 500, the border with a color that you choose from your hex code picker, and then those numbers for border, radius, and margin on top. That creates this image right here, the way you see it. And again, you're picking your colors on these sites. H2, I'm going to add a font size, a color, and then the color was white to the H2s that we added. And we added a specific font from Google Fonts. So make sure you go ahead and get Rubik Scribble. We added the HTML embed code up here in the head tag, like we've done for all Google Fonts. You're going to copy the first set of code into the head. And then the second piece of the embed code is the font family. That's going to go right here and copied into the CSS. And then I'm going to scroll down so you can see my screen. The rest of what we did today is we did the paragraph. We created a font size, gave it a background color in hex code format from our color picker, and we added padding. Another way, in addition to your color picker, is that you can go into the image itself and it will have colors. And I think sometimes even when you click on it, it brings up different colors each time, because I had a different red there last time. But you can pull up colors from the image that way as well. And so the paragraph is finished with 20 pixels of padding. So if I scroll down, you can see that's these red boxes, and there's padding around each paragraph. The H3 is going to be 25 pixels, and then we decided to do an RGBA color. So the way we created this is we set it up with RGBA, the parentheses, the fourth number is going to be 1 so that it's solid, but I used my color picker and I came ahead and I picked out a color. So let's pretend I wanted this pink. And if you look at the top of my screen on that black bar, 245, 126, and 109 would be the R, the G, and the B value. And then we added 1 to make it solid. So you're just going to use the RGBA from this top screen to create whatever color it is you want for your we put that on the H3, which is this heading right here that says 5 facts about Fennec foxes. We created the UL to look like this by creating a background color. We colored the font white with words. We gave padding to all sides. And we created a double border. The last two things were we just gave backgrounds to the main and to the section. I used words. You can use a hex code if you prefer, but I just put brown and tan because I was tired of trying to find different shades of brown with my hex code picker. So I just used a generic tan and a generic brown for these two things. Okay. And that's it for this second video.